What is something that you give to somebody that's looking to start a podcast and making that first step?
You just start it.
Just start
Turn
it.
the camera on.
Okay.
You don't even need no camera. Just turn your phone on.
Turn your phone on, cause yeah.
Yeah, just put the phone on. You don't even need no tripod. If you just got a little desk, just sit it somewhere. Just turn the camera on. Turn the camera on. Start recording. Start having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's literally the first thing that you have to do. You could do all the research. You could do all the analytics and all of that. It's cool. But if you don't turn that camera on, you are never going to have no podcast.
Exactly. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another episode of Boss Talk and Beyond. My name is DJ, the host, and today we have...
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tiffanie McCall, the host of the Free Your Mind podcast.
Love it, love it, love it. Today we're going to be having a conversation, getting to know her, learning a little bit about your podcast, and then let's get it going, man.
Yeah,
let's get
absolutely.
it going. I'm excited for this. So tell us, I guess, how you got started with your podcast. Yeah, what is your story? Somebody says, what's your story? What's your story?
Ooh, where you want to start? Well, honestly, the concept of it came from, I was going through like a hard situation, maybe a little short of 10 years ago. And it took me to a really, really dark place. And through that, or trying to come out of that, I went into therapy. And there was a list of tools and tips that my therapist gave me. And once we got through some of the past trauma and all that kind of stuff, she was like, the next step is to get a life coach to help you move to the next level. And so in working with my life coach, I started like writing down like my thoughts and journaling, and affirmations became a huge part of my healing journey, and then moving into creating the life that I wanted to live. And so once I started really identifying with those things that I wanted and understanding what that life I want to live looked like, I started actually creating the things. Like I said that, I wanted to live freely, and I wanted to, own my own home. I bought a house, and then I wanted to find a love and a mate that accepted me for me and allowed me to be myself. And then I found that person. And I started everything that I started writing down and saying that I wanted, it started happening. And so about 2022, I created a brand called affirmher.co because I was just using the affirmations. However, I wasn't able to sustain it because it was very performative. Like I was just showing up on social media how I thought it was supposed to look, but it wasn't really my authentic voice. And anybody who is doing anything social media, it's hard to keep up that trap when you're not being real to yourself.
Right.
And so I took a break from that, but I always wanted to have a podcast, like to have conversations about other people's journey, because I only have one story.
Right.
Even though it's a lot of things that happen in that story, I only have just me. And so if I wanted to reach the masses, I wanted to have a platform where I could tell other people's story and still have that same storyline of the shift that happens from where they were to how they became successful, to inspire other people to go after their dream life. And so I remember I was at like a friend's birthday party or something, and I just happened to be talking to someone that was on the production team of this theater company that I was in. And he was like, well, we a whole production team, like, let me know what you need. And they came over to the house. I called my house the Freedom House. It's where we have the Free Your Mind podcast. Okay. And we just started having conversations. They started, like the two people that came from the production team, they started talking to each other in a way that they've been knowing each other for over 20, 30 years. Right. And just through our conversation, they started communicating with each other in a way that they had never done. And that was when it really clicked. Like, conversations really can transform your mindset, shift your perspective. Right. And so the Free Your Mind podcast was born. We started, we don't even really like go and solicit guests. Somehow, some way, thank God and the stars, the guests just keep coming and keep showing up because the stories are real, and people are identifying themselves in other people's story and saying, if they could do it, I could do it. That's what Free Your Mind and Brand is all about.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. Starting out, what were some challenges that of course you've overcame now, but what were some things that you had to, of course, you start, like, I'm starting with one camera, like, so, like, what are some things that you learned, or, you were not forced, you were challenged with at the beginning?
We're still at the beginning. This is still the beginning. But we're constantly facing these challenges. Luckily, I was blessed to have a production team, so I didn't really have to do like the camera and setup. Like they already had the things, right?
Yeah,
all the things, right?
like
but it was, what did I want the show to look like? And then how are we marketing and branding the show, promoting the show, getting subscribers? Like that's a constant struggle, because you're constantly having to reintroduce what you're doing to other people. So that's been the biggest struggle, is just continuing to build the name around the brand and promote the brand.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's a hard struggle, because as content creators, it's something we always have to do, is find new ways
to keep people engaged.
Keep people engaged. It's just like this never-ending trap.
Right.
It's like a rat wheel that we're just always on.
Right.
And as soon as we get it, something new happens. We have to start all over. So it's really like, ugh. But yeah, so we're still at the beginning. We're still learning and growing. I'm interviewing styles, different how to ask different questions, and how to keep the conversations going with different guests, because some guests come ready to talk, and some guests you kind of be like,
you gotta get it out of them.
Yes. So when you were born, you know what I'm saying? so it's just navigating that, and just learning how to think on my feet and things like that. So I'm still learning and growing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I would say one of the reasons I started this is to help me with my conversations and building conversations and getting to know people. I felt like I've not recently, but just been short with conversations, or just too. I'm not going to say scared, but just nervous to go up to people and start conversations. So this is one of the ways that I'm using it to not only help you guys, but it's also helping me have these conversations. So that's good to know, the challenges and, the things that you've had come through. So what is, I guess, what would you say, like, your vision or your goal is for your podcast going forward? Because you're saying it's still kind of brand new. So what is that main goal that you're trying to reach?
So the large goal, and this has been the goal even before we started shooting the podcast, right, is to be an international speaker.
Okay.
And to host international wellness retreats, right? That's like the big goal. Like, once I do that, I'll be like, okay, mama, I made it, and I'm done doing everything. And so we're always moving towards that, but along the way, as you do stuff, you start to see, like, hey, I actually might want to add this to the plate and add this to another goal. But yeah, the large goal is to be an international speaker. And so I think what the podcast does is allow me to in long form express my thoughts and have conversations about topics that I feel like I'm passionate about.
Right. Okay. Let's rewind just a little bit back. I know you kind of spoke on it a little bit before you started your podcast, but I guess going a little bit deeper about, having these conversations with these people. Like, did you, write it down, or, did you say somebody came to you and you just started speaking and you was like, all right, let me start a podcast? What was that deeper dive into that beginning of before the podcast even started?
So I always wanted to have a podcast. I think it was like 2016. I was like, I have notes from 2016 of topics and things that I wanted to talk about and stuff like that. But I just never put it together into fruition. And this was before I knew about podcasts really. And anything like that. And so I've always had this concept about having conversations. It was originally supposed to be like me and my girlfriends. We all sit around, just talk about different things. And then that just kept developing into different things. You talk about the idea with somebody, they be on board, and then it never jumps off, whatever. And so once the original brand that I had, Affirm Her, we rebranded. So it's not like the brand went away, but we rebranded. But with that, I would have a lot of people like DM me and message me like, your affirmations really helped me through this, or I was having a really hard time. I look forward to your affirmations every morning. And it started sparking, like, what is it that you're going through?
Right.
Like, what is it that you're dealing with? And the hard part about social media is that it's a lot less social than it's supposed to be, right? We're a lot less connected than you would think. In some ways we are, because we met on social media.
Right.
But as a creator, I'm so focused sometimes on creating the things I think you want that that it's hard to touch base, like, what is it actually that you're going through, right? And we're building followers and following. It's hard to reach everybody.
Right.
And so I feel like having these conversations allows the people that need what we have to come to us. Yeah.
No, I love that. What's been your favorite platform so far via, I guess, posting your videos, and I guess, and then it's gonna be a two-part. I guess posting your videos, but then also marketing your videos as well. What are your two favorite, guys?
So I love Instagram.
Okay.
It's very unforgiving, though. It's a very hard platform to navigate, and I haven't mastered it at all.
Okay.
Like, I haven't. As a matter of fact, like, I spend a lot of time creating content and thinking about what I want to say and what the people need to hear and how to format it and all those things. And then the other day I posted something that was like just a random thought, and it's like going crazy. And it's like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
And it's not even like anything important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So social media is a trap on all the platforms, okay? All of the platforms has a different trap and a different game. But I do like Instagram. It's where, I built the bulk of my following, and it's primarily where we promote the brand. We do repurpose the videos on all the different platforms, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and things like that. And I haven't had the capacity as of yet to really deep dive into, like, how to win on YouTube, right? It's just kind of like posting on YouTube. Like, I don't even know if it's just too many games. Like, it's just so many games.
Man, it's so many. I just learned that on YouTube you can actually, like, post an actual static post, like Instagram or something like that.
Yeah. I was
like, I thought it was new, but then I searched it. It was like, it's been out for a couple of years.
Yeah,
so I was like,
yeah.
I didn't know you could post something.
Yeah, you can post pictures and stuff.
Yeah, and now you can also, I don't know if this is new, but you can also add people as collaborators on YouTube as well. So I was like, hold on, not YouTube really coming up, because, like, when I first got on YouTube, it had a lot going on.
Just long form content, just a lot of everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of everything. So now YouTube is trying to, I guess, compete with everybody else. But that's great. That's great. I actually want a deeper dive into the name for Your Mind podcast. How did you come up with that name? Where did that start from?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Okay, so.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, I just felt like, damn.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say.
No, nobody has ever asked me that question before. I think what happened was, because I had affirmed her, and it was very niche down. Everybody talks about niching down, but it was specifically to Black women to reclaim their power and create the life that they want to live, right? And so. And I'm having those conversations, and like I said, it was very performative at that time. I wasn't comfortable enough to just show up how I am and just be real and authentic. And I don't even think at that time that was the season for Instagram. Like, Instagram goes with these seasons, like fall, winter, and spring, and summer. Like, it's every whatever. So at that time, that was the season, and I could not sustain that. And so in that rebranding and figuring out, like, I still want to have that message, I still want to have that conversation, but I want to zoom out a little bit, because though the affirmations are important and empowerment messages are important, it's the mindset that actually allows you to use the tools. I always say, like, my daily affirmations, and then on the show I do a segment called Tips.
Yeah.
And those are tips that you, what I say, put in your toolbox, right? But if you don't have the adequate mindset to change or to do something different, or, to identify that you have a problem, you don't even know to go to fix the tools. What tools to go to, I am not mechanical at all. So something breaks in my house, only tool I have is my phone.
Right.
To call
somebody to come fix it.
TaskRabbit. That's the only tool I have. I don't know how to fix it.
Right.
I would not know where to start. And so
Right.
what I had when I zoomed out for myself too, like this is constant development for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, you know, when you're 5 steps ahead of somebody, you can teach.
Right.
And so I don't have it all together, but for me, my mindset allows me to know which tool I need to get me out of this problem or to create a solution for any obstacles that I have.
Right.
And so what I started in my journaling and my healing journey, and as I'm growing, I started realizing that I really have the power to create the life that I want to live.
Right.
Even though I said that, you say it, you accomplish the things that you say you want, and then it's like you start looking forward to the new goal, and you almost are starting over, not in the same place, but you have to do the same things you did to get where you are to go to the next level.
Right.
And so in that, I'm like, I have the next goal, I have the power to create that. I'm currently living in the dreams that I used to have. So in order for me to go after the next thing that I want, I know what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a mindset thing. And so that's really, I think that's how the whole concept of the show was developed, was to understand that shifting your perspective can help you create the life that you want to live. Wherever your current circumstances are, it's not your final destination.
Right.
And if you change your mindset, if you change the way you think about where you are, and let it be a circumstance and not, like I said, a destination, you can find the solution to get out of that. And so
That's real.
that's really how the concept of the brand developed. I don't exactly know how I chose the name. That might have just been like journaling all of the things. I think that might have been it. Like, I can't even, that's so crazy. I can't even remember how I picked, this is the name of the show. That's so crazy.
It's funny, I picked my name, I went on ChatGPT and said, give me a listen.
Listen, I don't know if I knew about I did know about ChatGPT, but I wasn't using it how I'm using it now.
Okay.
But it was probably like my brain doing that.
Right.
It's like all of the things, and journaling, I'm looking like, okay, yeah, that free my mind. And then I love that In Vogue song. I low-key wanted it to be the theme song of the show, but it cost too much.
Right.
It costs too much, and then nobody got money to be paying copyright and fighting with all the platforms for copyright. And so, yeah, well, we'll figure it out because I am a performer. I'm a singer also.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, so, and so maybe I'll remix it or something along the line.
No, that's amazing. No, I definitely agree with you. Like you said, no matter your situation, man, you can definitely bring yourself out of that situation. You just gotta believe in yourself.
Gotcha.
You gotta and also you gotta take some time to evaluate who you are, to know what you want to do. And once you find what you want to do and find that passion of what you want to do, and then find that passion and know that you're good at it. Continue to build upon it, find it, teach it to yourself. Something that my parents used to tell me, and when you can teach it to somebody else, that's how you know you really know it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
When you can teach it to somebody else, that's how you know. My second photographer that I use for my different events, with me being a photographer, I actually taught her.
Okay.
She reached out. I kind of put in the ring of fire, honestly. She reached out. She was like, I want to learn photography. And then I think it was like the next day or something like that, I had a New Year's Eve event because I was working with this hotel, and I was like, come take some pictures with me.
Let's go. Now you about to learn.
Come take some pictures with me.
Yeah.
And so she came. Of course, she did her best. I was, teaching her along the way. That wasn't the class, but and then after that, about a week later, we finally got into it. What we did a hybrid schedule. We met online, did digital classes, gave her like a curriculum and everything, and then some homework. And then some classes I'll go and I'll meet with her, and then we'll go outside, go inside, shoot, bring it to other smaller events that I had, shoot, and then that's how she became my second photographer now.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see that growth. But like I say, once you have a passion, you invest in yourself. Find that end of the tunnel. Make sure you teach yourself, and then teach somebody else, and continue to grow.
That's the fastest way to grow. and to learn something is to start teaching it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because you're now required to get the information because you have to tell it to someone else.
Right.
So now you have to know what you're talking about.
Right.
And I think, like I said, this work that I do and the podcast and Free Your Mind, the brand, because we developed it into a clothing brand where you can wear your freedom on your chest and on your back. You know what I'm saying? That's what we say. But in that, if I'm having these conversations, this is requiring me to first think about it. I'm saying free my mind. I'm seeing myself free. I'm seeing free your mind every time I look in the mirror.
Right.
I'm saying it constantly because it's the name of the brand. So it's like a constant affirmation and reaffirmation to myself.
Right.
So when I get in those situations, I'm like, oh, free my mind. Yeah. And then it's so crazy because I get into something and I'll say something and I'll be like, in a stuck place, and somebody's like, won't you free your mind? You know what I'm saying? Because ain't that what you say? Free your mind. Yeah, I mean, even about what I'm going to eat sometimes. I can't decide what to eat. Well, free your mind. It's like people start to say it to me too because it's what I say. So it's a constant reaffirmation, constant, because I'm doing the work, I'm growing and healing along with the work. So
Right.
And I always tell people, like, you can't master something until you do it. You can't. The only thing that's stopping you from knowing what you're talking about is the fact that you haven't done it.
Yeah, making that first step. Yeah.
That's it.
That is
you
it.
You have to go. You have to start.
Yes.
You can't learn until you start. It doesn't matter how many books you read. Doesn't matter how many tests you take, study, all that. How many master classes? I'm looking at the camera. How many master classes you pay for? Okay, them $9.99 master classes is not going to teach you to do the work. No. It's just going to teach you the steps that they took when they did the work. Preach. You have to go and do the work.
Yo, you a preacher right now. Like, honestly,
it's crazy because it's a trap. Listen,
it is.
I pay for so many master classes and so many coaching programs and so many masterminds, and it doesn't matter how many times you sign up and pay that $99.99. If you don't get your
butt up, if you don't do it, if you don't take that first step, you're never gonna know. You're never gonna grow.
You're never gonna grow.
Man, that's a word. That's what I believe. I definitely believe in investing in yourself.
Yes.
But yes, definitely investing in yourself. Grow your knowledge, grow your experience. But there's only but so much knowledge and experience until you actually do it, because you can't, like you said, you're getting it from somebody else's knowledge and experience, but making that first step and getting your own knowledge and experience is different from theirs.
What good is information if you don't do anything with it?
Preach on it, man.
What good is information? There's never been a doctor who goes to college and goes through their residency. As a matter of fact, in the residency, you have to be a fake doctor.
Yeah.
You have to pretend to be a doctor in the residency in order to get your white coat.
Right.
You can't prescribe anything. You have to pretend.
Yes.
You have to do the work.
You have to do it.
You can't do anything without doing it. You can't.
Man. Hey, everyone. My name is DJ, and I am the host of the Boss Talk and Beyond podcast. This podcast is for entrepreneurs. It gives them a platform for them to share their services or products. It also gives them a platform for them to tell their story. This podcast is also for you as a viewer. Feel free to be inspired as you listen and gain any knowledge that any of these hosts or guests are able to, give to you. We hope you like and subscribe and follow us, and enjoy the rest of the show. $1 million.
No shade. I'm not gonna drop no names on here, right. But no shade to them. It's a simple word, and that's it. And y'all paying hundreds and $20s of dollars for it.
Man.
For the T-shirt. Not even to mention the sweatshirt, and don't get no joggers too, because you at least drop it $250 on that joint.
Right.
And it's just one simple word.
Easy, man.
If they could do that, I could do that.
Right.
I can do that. Right. And I'm doing it tomorrow. I was going to Podcast Summit, and it was in August of this year. I was going to Podcast Summit, and I was like, I want to wear some merch for my podcast to promote the brand.
Right.
And I came up with the concept like on the Thursday, and because I had the previous brand, I already had like a heat press, a cutter, vinyl already downstairs. So, and I had some shirts that I never pressed.
Right.
Talk about waste of money. So I just went downstairs, took the design, made a couple of the T-shirts, and literally was wearing it at Podcast Summit.
Oh, wow.
That, like, I left the next week, like Monday,
Okay.
to go to Atlanta.
That's
On
amazing.
Thursday, I just came up with the concept. Monday or Tuesday when I got on the plane, I have 5 shirts to wear every day.
Already. That's crazy.
I didn't even have no real concept of the brand, but as I was wearing it, it was like, oh, I like your shirt. I like your shirt. I was like, yeah, it's coming soon. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I had no idea what the name of the website was going to be, what nothing.
I mean, that's how you do it, though. Like, you never, one thing also is, like, you never know if something's going to work until you put it out there into the earth, like, into the atmosphere. Like, you never know. Like, I do candles as well. I make candles. Like, I don't know if people are gonna like my scents until I start doing trade shows. I'm not gonna make any online sales until I have people smell it. Let me know what you think, and then now I can, like, all right, I know that these candles right here I can promote. These candles, all right, I might have to tweak something, but you never know until you put it out there. Man.
Yeah, that's fair, and that's one thing that I plan to start doing in 2026 is doing those trade shows because, you know, you just get so comfortable being on the computer, being online.
Right.
I don't got to put no makeup on. I don't got to do my hair. I can wear my pajamas all day and just put the stuff online.
Chilling,
just be chilling. Just tell y'all to go get it.
Right.
But I do need to start getting in front of people and talking about the brand, more exposure. So I got that on my list for 2026 is some trade shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this, though. What have you done, I guess, since starting your podcast to invest in yourself to build your knowledge about doing the podcast?
So I joined a community, and this was maybe about 3 or 4 months in. I joined a community.
You could drop names too.
Let's help people. My 7-Figure Podcast.
Okay.
My 7-Figure Podcast, and that was where I started, like, really learning. I kind of was doing a lot of the basic work that they were teaching, but it just helped me to develop as an interviewer. It helped me develop skills about promoting my brand, or how to get different guests, or how to have conversations that are intriguing and engaging and people want to hear and things like that. What kind of guests to look for, what kind of stories to tell. So, and just being around like-minded people will help you keep going. I kind of got information overload, so I'm taking the season of taking a step back from that group, just because you can get so pressed up with the information that you be overloaded. Your mind just can't handle any more advice. Right. I need to just take the steps that you already gave me, and I can come back and get some more. But then I joined another community, which was the Morning Meetup. And that changed my life.
David Shands.
Yeah, that changed my life because I was actually around people who are not just about just podcasting, but that entrepreneurial spirit, that mindset of go getting it, not making any excuses, not like just that work ethic and the different ways to do business, right? Different from people who have made more money than I have, or have been in business longer than I have. So being in community was really the biggest thing that changed the game, and what was completely different from when I had the previous brand. I feel like if I had community at that time, I would never have had to rebrand and even close a door or even stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was being in community. It was feeling alone and being overwhelmed and not knowing what to do, not having any guidance, and paying people to be a business coach and they telling me nothing. Right. Or like they telling me things I'm already doing. Because it's... Now, business coaches, don't y'all come for me, okay? Well, when I say this, don't jump in my inbox and try to beat me up, okay? And don't be trying to dox me or none of that. But these business coaches get on the internet and sell programs when they have not done the work. They know how to sell, but they don't know how to build your business, right? You need to get in relationship with people who have done what you want to do. Right. That's and true. Who are where you want to be. That's so that true. You can, so that because they know exactly what you're talking about, and how to guide you or how to advise you on things that work for them. Right. And then you can take their tips, try them. If they don't work, they don't work, but you keep it moving, right? And they've given you a skill, and at least you've tried it. Right. But I was just in a place where it was COVID, y'all, and everybody was a business internet coach. And so I just lost too much, and I didn't have proper guidance. But community, being in community with people who are like-minded and doing the things
Right.
was really what changed the game for me.
I think something else that I want to touch on that you said as well is another big thing. I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but if you're the smartest person in the room, that's the room that you don't want to be in.
What? Say that again. That's a bar. And y'all know, like, anybody who watched this that follow me know I'll be like, pew, 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 on my show. They hated the people in the comments be ripping me up. Like, girls are so corny, air horns. Yes.
Yeah.
Still air horns. But that was a bar.
Yes. If you are the smartest person in the room, that's the room that you don't want to be on. That's why I asked you about the question on, like, how have you invested in yourself and what communities have you joined? Because you have to be in other rooms where other people, not necessarily, I guess, smarter than you.
No, smarter than you. No, not air quotes, smarter than you.
Smarter than you.
Get in rooms with people who know more than you.
Yeah, know more than you, have more experience.
You already in a room with the person, with yourself. If you're the smartest person, you already in that room every day by yourself. You might as well just be in the room by yourself.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to be in a room with somebody, let them be able to teach you something. Let them be able to collab with you on something.
Yes.
Be able to barter and share information.
Yes.
I don't want to be talking to myself.
Right, exactly. Definitely want to be in rooms where you can build and you can have mentors. Even if you are alone, there are platforms such as YouTube to where you can find somebody that does.
The morning meetup is on Zoom, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on Zoom.
Exactly.
It's on Zoom.
Like I started photography by looking up YouTube.
Yeah.
So looking up just other wedding photographers, seeing what they do. Even to this day, if I'm doing an engagement shoot outside, I'm still looking on YouTube and figuring out poses. Yeah, I can go to Pinterest. They have pictures and stuff. But I like to see how other people are directing people and getting into feelings, and because other people don't know that we naturally pose ourselves, and so like. If you're used to just somebody just showing you a picture and then you just try to get into it, but they don't know how to direct you into it, that's still gonna be an awkward feeling.
Awkward,
But if I can tell you like, hey, stand like this, move like this, have a feeling of like this, and I just want you to be natural, you're gonna feel more comfortable with that natural state rather than trying to perfect a picture that you just said. Yeah.
Recreate a picture.
Exactly. So I have my favorite photographers on YouTube that I use as mentors. David Shan's, Morning Meetup, all that. So I definitely am recognized with that. So no, I definitely agree with that.
And I read.
You read, okay.
Yeah.
What are you reading right now?
So right now, what am I reading right now? Dang. What is the name of the book? Every time somebody asks me what the name of the book is, I can never remember. But
go ahead.
But it's something. Hold up.
No, you're good.
As soon as I go to Audible, it's gonna come right here. The Road Less Stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, The Road Less Stupid is what I'm reading right now. But I listen on audiobooks. Let me not be lying. I don't actually open up books, but I listen to audiobooks like religiously. And sometimes I do have to take a break from that because sometimes it's just information overload, right? But I read I try to read at least 30 minutes to an hour in the morning to kind of get that information in my mind, right? Constantly having something pouring into me. I listen to other podcasters, and that's for me, like informational as far as like learning how to be in business and grow, whatever. But it's also research. Like I listen to right now. I'm listening to Scam Goddess. Outside of the fact that I love her intro, I just like how her personality shines consistently through her show, and so I research.
Right.
You know, I learn and I research and I grow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also wanted to dive into Tiff Talks. How did that get started?
Tips.
Tips. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Tips.
Yes. How did that get started?
So I love to share information, right? And so I'm having these transformative conversations with other people and sharing their stories, but I always still want to leave you with something, like a tip that has helped me on my journey. It's just a part of something that I feel led to do. I do it in my content on Instagram. I'm constantly sharing ways for you to heal, learn, and grow. And so I just had to incorporate that. It's like the Free Your Mind podcast is kind of just like me in a 45-minute elongated form in some way. Like I always have a cocktail or a drink at the opening of the show because I love to drink alcohol, okay? I love cocktails. And so I start the show off with having no conversation without libations. And so it's just little pieces of me that just get spilled into the show because I don't want this show to just be a replica of other things. There's a lot of different conversations on podcasts and in the podcast space. So I had to find a way to put me into the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where Tips comes from. That's where the drink at the beginning of the show comes from. And there's a lot of different pieces. The mic drop gem at the end. Like it's just a way to identify it to me.
Right.
Make it feel like my show, not just like a copy and paste of someone else's show.
No, I definitely like that because people, I've learned just also within selling these candles I'm talking about as well. I've learned that people buy into personal stories.
Yeah.
People buy into just knowing you through just, like I said, just you being you naturally. And so that's why I really like your tips because it shows you naturally. I'm not saying that your podcast doesn't already show you naturally, but it just gives a little bit more of you, and who you are. Yeah. So that's amazing. Right
and
there.
It's funny that you said that because when we first started shooting the show, again, I'm a performer, I'm an artist, and so I have this tendency to just go into performance mode every time I do something.
Right.
And so when it first started out, our first few episodes, the energy of the show is a little bit different than the shows that we've been shooting lately because it felt just a little bit performative. Not that it wasn't authentic and not that I wasn't being myself. It just had a little bit of like more of a polish and what I think people should be seeing of me. But it just, once you start doing something for a while and you're being consistent, that stuff starts, can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
I was about to, okay, all right. That stuff starts to wear off, okay? You can't keep that shit up all the time. So eventually, somebody's going to see you somewhere with your bonnet on.
That's true.
And that's just how it's developed, and I feel more comfortable just being myself.
Yeah. I think I live my life like that. Like I live my life with just being me.
Yeah.
I've of course everybody is dibbled and dabbled and just like, all right, I may have to switch up being this, being this person, I have to switch up with this, being I'm me owning my own businesses and seeing other people own their own businesses. I'm like I'm not gonna switch up because I'm a boss too.
Yeah.
Like I give you respect. I give everybody respect.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be comfortable in my own skin. I'm not gonna switch up my tone or anything switch up who I am. I'm just gonna. This is who I am. This is who I know to be, and I'm not gonna try to be anything else. So, with this podcast, I'm relaxed. I'm not trying to show anything else. It's just
just me and just real, your authentic self. That's how it should be. Yeah.
So no, that's why I definitely like that. I also like the energy that you have on your podcast as well. So,
Thank you.
That's definitely again. That's another thing that shows you who you are at the same time, right, within your podcast. So I guess let me see. Moving forward though with the podcast, so or let me say, let's say like giving motivation, right, with your podcast. What is something, somebody like me, of course, brand new, literally, starting out right now, but what is something that you give to somebody that's looking to start a podcast and making that first step?
Just start it.
Just start
Turn
it.
the camera on.
Okay.
You don't even need no camera. Just turn your phone on.
Turn your phone on, cause
Yeah, just put the phone on. You don't even need no tripod. If you just got a little desk, just sit it somewhere. Just turn the camera on. Turn the camera on. Start recording. Start having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's literally the first thing that you have to do. You could do all the research. You could do all the analytics and all of that. It's cool. But if you don't turn that camera on, you are never going to have no podcast.
Exactly. No, that's true.
That's it.
That's true. Making that first step, as we already talked about, making that first step, like I said, turning the camera on. Even nowadays, these phone cameras is just as good.
Like that. We shot a couple episodes with the phone.
With the phone?
Yeah.
Okay,
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. I walk downstairs and then the stuff be all set up. And sometimes it's 3 phones. Sometimes it's cameras, each camera.
Right.
Sometimes, yesterday they had a brand new lens. Like, I don't know. Just turn it on. And you know what's crazy? People get so caught up in all of the things and all of the everything that they can think of to stop them.
Right.
Everything that you can think of to make you prolong it or procrastinate. We always naturally looking for a reason to not do something that we want to do. But if you just start cutting out all them reasons and just do it anyway, do it ugly, do it scared, do it crazy, do it with your hair messed up, do it with your makeup messed up, just keep doing it. Eventually, I was listening to, I think it was that podcast summit, and David Shams was talking about the Social Proof podcast. And I'm a huge fan of Social Proof podcast, okay? It's the North Stars for like all black and entrepreneurial creatives, okay? And so he was talking, and he was like, it was the 56th episode, and don't quote me because I don't be remembering numbers, but something like this. Story. This is the story, okay? The numbers don't really matter. It was the 56th episode that he had a guest on there. Actually, no, it was 156th episode that he had a guest on there, and that episode went crazy. But it was after that episode aired and went crazy, it was the 62nd episode that took the Social Proof podcast to #1.
Right.
But it was after 156. Now, these numbers may not be exactly correct, but just follow the story.
No, I get what you're saying,
and stay along with me.
You gotta stay consistent. Yeah, no, I get
you know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to pop off.
Exactly.
You never know what's going. And I'm in this season right now where I'm doubting my content. I'm questioning, is my message valuable? Are people receiving what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. We only at episode 13.
Right.
Like, chill. Just chill. Like, for real. Chill out.
Let me get into this a little bit. How do you know how often to post? I guess one, your podcast, but two, on social media as well. How do you know how often? Like, what did you learn with posting?
So from the beginning, consistency is key. The more you post, the more people have the opportunity to see.
To see you, okay.
So we grew Affirm Her to, I think, our first 10,000 followers.
Excuse me, hold on.
Our first 10,000 followers. Once I started posting every single day, I did that in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
10,000 in 4 weeks?
But this was during COVID, and I was doing affirmations every single day.
Okay.
So that taught me right there that visibility is key, and the only way that you can be visible is consistency. At this moment, we have about 30,000, 31,000, something like that. Maybe 33,000.
Yeah,
I can't
famous,
remember.
y'all.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Because all those followers don't mean everybody see your content.
Okay.
And for me, it feels harder, and I don't know if it's because we took a year off of not posting anything on the page. I was locked out, then I got back access, and we took time to get back open to the account, and in that time, it was about a year. So I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's a change to the algorithm. I don't know what it is, but it's harder to get in front of those 33,000 people.
Yeah.
You had to show up every day and consistently.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can show up is to keep posting.
Right.
If you post one post every single day for 30 days, and that one post gets 500 views, that's 500 views every single day. At the end of that 30 days, look at what that views number is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I post about 3 times a day. But I know I've heard of people posting 15 times a day.
Yeah.
20 times a day.
Let me touch on this. How do you know what to post?
So
that's the challenge.
That is the challenge.
Yeah.
And that is the constant challenge. Like every day is a challenge, right?
Yeah.
But so I created a social media marketing plan for myself.
Okay.
Right. And so this is specific to me. What I did was I went on ChatGPT and I was like, build me a content calendar. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to build. This is the engagement that I have right now. This is the engagement that I want. And, ChatGPT knows my life. So I'm like, based on everything you know about me, my target audience, and all of those things, help me build out a content plan. And so the plan it's kind of just like a framework, right? So the affirmations, hands down, we've been doing that since 2023, I think. Every single morning, affirmations go up between 8 and 9, based on our analytics. The other 2 posts are either something that is about the podcast or something that is about the brand. Like, about the brand's message, right? And so that is what constantly changes. And I test all the time.
Right.
Like I test a series or I test a type of content. I was doing some free in the streets interviews where I was just hitting the streets and interviewing random people.
How was that?
It was good. It's not that
good.
it flopped, but my problem is I move on too fast.
Okay.
Like I don't do something for a long time, forever. I move on too fast. So that's something that I'm working on, is just being consistent, riding the wave, right? Because I'm always like, well, I did this for a month, it ain't work, I'm gonna try something else.
Right.
And so I'm working on that, and content is consistently changing and growing.
Right, it is.
So when I was doing the free in the streets, I was getting the purpose of that was to reach different people's audiences. Because if I tag you, if I collaborate with you, a random person,
That's smart.
that's I'm introduced to their audience. And so that was the real only goal. So that's what I would really encourage you to do, because I'm giving a whole bunch of information. This is just stuff that I've tested and tried.
Right.
But find a reason why you want to do something. And then plug that in. Right. And then find another reason, and just focus on the reason why you're creating that content. So I recently been reading, learning, all the people that I follow and the stuff I've been reading about content. Instagram is changing from that performative thing into interest media, not social media. It's more interest media.
Right.
So it's like finding what things are being interesting. Longer watch times is kind of big right now, right? Long form, people are just getting annoyed with the like dance trends. And today, now this could be different by the time this episode comes out. I'm not, like, it's going so fast, but just test.
Test it out.
That's the end of it. Like I'm saying all this to say, test. Don't be like me and just be like, oh, I did this for 3 weeks and it ain't work. Like,
you gotta
give it some time. Yeah. Give it some time. So I'm working on that with just picking something and doing it consistently and seeing what works. And talk to your followers. That's what I recently started on.
Okay.
Is asking my followers, why did you decide to follow me? What brought you here? What is it that you like about my content? Is there ways that we can give you more value, whatever. So just do stuff.
Just do
stuff.
Let me ask you this, like, I've found it hard, and I'm sure some other people have found it hard too as well. How do you get people to comment underneath posts?
That is tricky.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a tough one.
That is tricky. It's almost like you have to bait them into, or say something shocking or polarizing in order for them to comment. I haven't mastered that yet, because the stuff that gets comments, I don't be feeling like I don't understand the comments. But the hook, ask the question, let's talk about this. Or, give them a call to action. Drop this in the comments. ManyChat is taking over Instagram right now. And so everybody is using ManyChat to comment below. I'll send you the link. So it's an automation tool.
Okay.
Right? So
I never heard of that.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to put you on some game right quick. ManyChat is an automation tool. So, if you're on Instagram, you'll see people be like, comment, got you, girl, and I'll send you the link to my video. Or comment the word for your mind, and I'll send you the link to this episode. On let's say when you click this up, you send it out. Comment for your mind, and I'm gonna send you the link to this episode. So people will comment for your mind, and it automatically sends them the link.
Oh wow!
It's an automation tool, and in it you can create flows, right? So there's a new flow where as soon as someone follows you, it'll send them a message.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
okay.
And so you can create flows in that. You can ask, like I said, I started reaching out. I like to do that personally. Like I'll set aside some time each day and just send messages to my followers.
Okay.
Because sometimes the automation kind of gets a little, like, people see it. And if you start seeing something all the time, you're like, I know this is automation, right?
Yeah.
So I will, send you the link to the website or whatever through the automation. That's cool. But I'll follow back up and be like, hey, thanks for following. We really appreciate it. Let me know what brought you here. What made you stay? What do you think about our content? Like that kind of thing. But ManyChat is taking over Instagram. So that's one way to increase your engagement, is to get put that as a call to action on your post. It's comment something,
Right.
or send this to a friend, or tag 3 people below that you know need to hear this. So
Right.
there's just different ways and gimmicks. You just test.
Just test it out.
Just test it out.
No, I like that. Just test it out. Another thing I would add is even if you, I guess, making that half first step, but the foot hasn't gone down on the ground, such as like say like, all right, I'm gonna start a podcast or start doing something on this date. You gotta show up for yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta put your foot down. Actually, put your foot down and actually show up for something. Some people, of course, I'm gonna start this or I'm gonna start that, and it's all talk. But you actually putting that foot down and actually making that leap and making that step and showing up for yourself, then watch yourself grow, right? So that's definitely one as well. And I guess one of my last things is what are we looking forward to see with Free Your Mind podcast? What's coming next? What's next? Like, you have another show coming up? Do you have another, interview that you're doing? What's next? What's the next thing that we can see within the next couple of weeks or month or whatnot?
Within the next couple months, we're in the consistency phase. So doing a new big thing is a little bit tricky when you're building, because we're still in the introduction phase.
Right.
You're still introducing yourself to people.
Right.
So to go and do something big and grand, we do have a really dope interview that we just had with a Melissa survivor. And that was like an amazing interview. That'll be coming soon. We did an interview with Miss District of Columbia. And so that'll be dropping before the end of the year. I want to make sure we get it out while she's still 2025 Miss District Columbia. So
for sure.
That'll be coming up very, very soon. We've had some amazing guests, some amazing different type of success stories. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're still in our consistency phase. I would love to do a live taping in 2026.
Okay.
2026, we're going to be doing a live taping.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. I don't have any details yet.
Right.
We just been in the brainstorming stages of that right now. So 2026, we will be doing a live taping of Free Your Mind. And then just new merch dropping, new color combos of the Free Your Mind logo, and we have some affirmation pieces on the website. So shop freeyourmindshop.com.
Right.
Yeah. Shop freeyourmindshop.com.
Oh, that's amazing. And then also, you already put your website out there. So what's the Instagram? Where else can we reach you at? What's the social media? What's all the social media platforms we can reach you at?
Okay, on all socials, it's freeyourmind.pod. On YouTube, it's Free Your Mind Pod or Free Your Mind Podcast. If you put Free Your Mind Pod, you'll find it. But Free Your Mind Pod on YouTube. That's pretty much it. Freeyourmind.pod on all socials, everywhere. Everywhere you want to find us, freeyourmind.pod. Yeah,
and I've heard also Instagram is starting to do something with SEOs and putting your name in the name box. So like, if you got Free Your Mind,
it's the Free Your Mind podcast on there too. Like SEO goes crazy. That is a big plug for that. To put your name and everything associated with your name and your brand, so that people can find you. That's what will expand your reach is doing things and putting your content in places where people can find you. And I'm still learning and growing. I just had this come to Jesus revelation just Friday that am I positioning my content? Like now I'm about to look into deep dive in about the alignment of my brand and the connection that it's making with people and positioning. Right. So we'll probably be seeing not a shift in content, because I think the content that we're putting out, I think it just needs some time.
Right.
And I'm tapping my hands to not switch it up, because I will get a new series, okay?
Right.
I'm trying to be consistent in that and just keep consistently doing that content, because you never know what's going to flop and what's going to hit.
You never know. Well, we definitely appreciate you for coming on this podcast,
Absolutely.
Man. Thank you. Thank you for dropping all these jewels, these gems, everything, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. And for you guys, man, thank you. Like and subscribe. This is Boss Talk and Beyond podcast. So yeah, definitely. We also have some stuff in the description box as well. So definitely, if you watched it all the way to the end, definitely read the descriptions as well. But we appreciate you for coming on and watching. And stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.
That's it. And remember, you can have anything that you want. All you have to do is shift your perspective and free your mind.
I don't know. I love that.